if you've gained in subs. Everybody who's new to me, I'm Scott, and Wessex Blade's been on YouTube doing knifey stuff 9 years or something. One of the first few that did this crazy idea of documenting doing nutty stuff in the garages and creating useful tools to be used outdoors. Originally I was using leaf springs, but now I've gone full time. So that's the sort of background for anybody who's catching up with the first time they've seen the video now that they're subscribed. I'm just finishing up a large batch, and so I'm doing a few ferro rods today. They're in here glued from last night, but first of all I'm just going to open up this latest delivery. The stuff that comes through, I'm very blessed every now and again. Someone who's in the business manages to gift me a lot of abrasive belts, but now and again I need something a little bit sort of hybrid or something a bit specific, so I use BND, and it does end up a bit scary with the price. You know, you start talking £17 a belt or something stupid. Just for it to go coil on the blinking belt. Right. So I should have 1830-50 A45, and I should have 2 in A100. There's the A100, yes. So yeah, that was only 70 quid. £70. Right, well I better stick them up on the stuff anyway. Let's see if it they run alright on my grinder. So I'll edit it and I'll come back in a minute. Before the wear and tear loses the spec on the inside of the belt, I write on the grade in permanent marker, and I just get a better clue as to what I'm picking up. So there, A45, this is the finer of the two grits I got. I got 2 coarse and 1 fine, and just see how I get on with these gator belts. Up until they got this batch in, this is the first time they were able to source them. They've been USA only, and that's just, it's rubbish. I mean, to be quite honest, get it from America and it comes in, and you pay for the stock, you pay for international freight, and then because it's over 17 quid, you end up with the VAT, the import duty. I don't know. So give a guy a chance on A100. Right. Let's get that 220 off. Pen away. Is there any directional? Probably not, because it's finishing belt and I'm not going that fast anyway. Is it joined? Yeah, it has tape. Yeah, 1830, that's my size. When it gets to 2000, it pushes it a bit for the span I got in my platen. Every now and again you get just that little bit of a knot. Look at the knife making UK. States, it's Friday. Where did Thursday and where did Wednesday go? What a week. I imagine a few of you have seen the video on Mike Pullen's YouTube site called TA Outdoors, which is like the offshoot of the Dad's TA Fishing. So yeah, I was approached along with other people have approached me in the past, and I got back to them and things haven't quite panned out. Mike followed through. So it made the LeCoux, off it went. I did a basic LeCoux. It was just London plain scales, nothing too extravagant on the sheath, just down the centre of the line, sort of a nominal build, and just let the geometry and the steel and the blade profile and the weight and all the design in it speak for itself. That's what I gave them all the facts. The response, unbelievable. So this is what it's like having a big YouTube following, is it? It's like unreal. He then duly took a snippet out and then uploaded that to Instagram. So if anybody hasn't come across it yet, I'll give you a link to Mike's channel at the end of this video. Quite how it all segues in with the previous footage that I've done, which was probably Tuesday, but I have had 3 confirmed orders, so to me that's just filling up the book. That's great. And I don't know how many other in the process of, so the ACE checks, the deposits and other things. So I don't want it going past sort of 9 months in terms of a waiting list. Maybe a point that I close books until I go to Edel and open again, because people will be meeting each other. But in terms of letting you know how it's going on, I've been knocked backwards. It's been unbelievable. So thanks for your patience the last couple of days with uploads. It was just a bit of a thing for the MSK. And the other thing that was a bit of a curveball this week, a colleague from my other job had a plum tree in his garden that he cut down nearly a year ago. So it was infected with the fungus, but if I can in some way salvage some of it, he's offered it up to me. So I've sectioned it up. It's still too wet at the moment to get any headway through on a circular saw. But what I have done is I've done one section, I just rumbled through it just to give myself an idea of what I'm looking at. But the majority of it needs, I imagine, another year in order to season itself off once I start sectioning it up. I found the best way to do it was to continually get one straight cut to flatten it, and then just keep 10 mils. Keep taking 10 mils off, and I end up with a square block. So once I end up with that as a lump, then I can just about get it through on a circular saw in order to section it down for drying out properly in the airing cupboard. But just to close to how it's looking. I've got some Merlin sized ones here. This is English plum, and then there's another one like that. So 2019 we're going to be getting some English plum scale handles once they're finished the seasoning, and then I can stabilise them, and obviously once I've sectioned down the volume drops. So I've got some irregular great hunks of tree trunk in over there. Eventually that'll get down to, there's another one I've done, just gradually taking the outside off and allowing it to breathe and dry out. So I've got all of this floor to clean up, tidy this up here. I might be able to find an extra bit of space down the back here just to give myself the utility of a planer black. Loads of questions as well about basically a production knife. Every time I pick up something from, like, it's made in Birmingham or something that is made under license, I look at it and I think that pissed me off if it was ground as bad as that. So until such time as I can, you know, go and do a proper factory visit, and I can be guaranteed of a standard that, well, if I can grind it better than that, I don't want anybody else doing it. Then doing stuff under license, I'm not going to move forward until I get the time to sort any of that out. And at the moment, I've got enough orders to keep me going as a one-man band. So there's a possibility in the future, but every time I picked up a standard force, I'm going, do better myself. And I don't want anybody to pick up anything of mine and then think, well, there's my Wessex blades and there's me, and it's just, I just don't even want to consider that as an option at the moment unless I can guarantee the standard is right up there. Other one was people on about merchandise, because I got this influx of extra subscribers and people are throwing ideas my way. I have tried to do merchandise, but in this tiny little sort of town twinning thing we got here, I've tried a couple of t-shirt people, and they're up, and 6 months later they go under, and then there's another one, and then 6 months to go under. There's high street around here is just vape shops, charity shops. It's just, I've had a right time trying to find decent t-shirt people. I got this one mastered at Vistaprint just to give that a go, but I'm not happy with the fabric. It peels up. It's the first wash it's had, and already the sleeves, in my opinion, is starting to peel up. So I wouldn't want this to go out as merch for me. I'd much rather be able to sample the fabrics and the resilience of it myself. I still haven't come to, trying something on the internet to get a sample to come back to use it, and I want to use it, and then do you know what, I'm glad I didn't move forward with that. Or I'm quite happy with that person sourcing that thing, and then they're not there anymore, and then the only other thing is to do it all completely over the internet, or to do something like a Redbubble, which could be an option, of which all the logos and that goes on as a standard sort of default, and then you order directly from them, and that if the fleece is £35–40, I get like £2.20. I mean, that's fire it, forget it sort of thing for me, so less to worry about. But even then, I'd still have to purchase one myself, and I want to wear it for a month to see if I'm impressed with it. And I've only caught myself on the abrasive belts as I'm going by. Is it this side? There it is. So that's just catching. I mean, it's weight training, so I've got big backs in my arms, and when I go through doorways, I'm normally elbowing something. I'm just wide. I'm catching me belts up there, and first wash already that. So I want it's a more resilient fabric than this, because you're going to be out in brambles, guys. So at the moment for merchandise, I still haven't. Bet you too that. Still haven't found what I'm looking for. Yeah, so major tidy up in here, and then crack on with them ferro rods, because I'm desperate to get it out finished for the Green Man CB's set. And say Kydex, I've lost a couple of days with stuff, so if I can get it done the weekend for Monday, and the bench has been knocked back a couple of days on a delivery, so all that time tied in for nothing happening. So thanks for joining me again. Depends how I'm going to edit it, segue, splice it, miter fit, and whatever, scarf joint the video footage in. But if I can get anything more interesting, I'll tag it on the end and then we'll cross on with that. So let's go for this blade out.